Hello and welcome to a little equipment video. This time it's a special edition where I talk about my mountain photography equipment, so not necessarily about the photo gear but about all the other stuff I bring. So yeah, let's quickly go through it and start with the backpack, which is the Fjällräven Kachka. I bought this for my travels around the world because it has a very huge opening in the front, so you can load it very easily, but it's also great for hiking. It's a little on the heavier side because also it's quite sturdy. So if you want a lightweight pack, this might not be the one. But if you want a sturdy pack, which you can easily load and unload, this one is great. I have it now for more than 3 years and it still looks quite nice. So I'll now go through what I bring, so what I have in my backpack. And let's start at the top here. I have a little Gorilla Tape, which is very nice. It's very good. At some point last year, I ripped my trousers at the back when I was sitting on a sharp rock, and I used this tape to fix it. And yeah, it's still on. So more than 1 year ago, a few times through the washer, and the tape still holds. So that's quite nice. And then I have my purse here. Yeah, not too much actually. What's very important is first aid kit. Always if I go hiking, I have this. Some sunscreen, and in this top compartment I also have something to eat, some power bars, which are all gone now because it's the end of the hike. So let's look at the rest of the pack. So it opens up here and you have another compartment, this inside, and there I keep my keys. I never access this during the hike, so this is quite safe. Then I usually bring around 2 liters of water, which for a longer hike is not enough, but I have some water purification stuff, and here in the Alps you usually find some streams where you can purify some water. Also there are many huts at one of those huts I was staying actually this evening. There you can refill, but at least 2 bottles, 2 liters. If I wouldn't be able to refill, I'd bring at least 3 liters. Okay, and now here, this is what I was talking about with the backpack. Let's just open this. So my tripod here is at the side. Let's just put it away. So this huge front opening, this is what makes this backpack so comfortable to load and unload. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff here. I have this one is, how is it called? I think it's a Berghaus. It's a soft shell jacket. I just put it on because the wind is quite cold. It packs down to the size of 2 fists maybe, so this big. It weighs less than 200 grams and it's really warm. It's like you have a sleeping bag wrapped around you. So that's quite nice. And by the way, I leave links to all of my equipment in the description below. Then here I have just a bag with some utensils, so toothbrush and stuff, and also the water purification. And I use this one here. It's a Sawyer Mini, and it comes with this refiller, so you can hold it into a stream, fill it, then you attach it, and you can purify the water, put it into the bottle, and yeah, that's quite comfortable. And I always have this also on my travels. If I travel to Southeast Asia, you can't drink the tap water, and even if you brush your teeth, you need purified water. And for this is quite handy also to refill your bottles, because sometimes you can't always buy new bottles, and yeah, you can just purify the water with this one. I have some wilderness wash and other stuff. Yeah, not too much here. Then a little towel, and if I'd go on a longer hike, I would have some more food in here, so this space is not used. Here in this Eagle Creek compartments, I also use those for traveling. These are very nice to organize your stuff. I have some heat gear from Under Armour, so I always wear Under Armour because I like that stuff. And this heat gear, you've seen me wearing it in my vlog. It's it looks like a diving suit on the top, but it's very warm. And also this one here, I think it's the Seeker shirt, which also is quite nice for hiking. So what else do I have in here? I have a rain jacket, which is from Raab, and it folds down very small, but it's double layered actually. So it's not the very thin ones, the very light ones. It's a little more sturdy, but yeah, quite lightweight. I had it in one downpour. It's okay. So for longer rain, it's not ideal, but for the price and what you get, it's good to have it, because I can't bring a very heavy big rain jacket on such hikes. So this one is the best compromise. What else? I have a hat, which I have like for 20 years. And I have some heat gear gloves, which are nice for photography. And yeah, it's summer now, I don't need those, but if you go to the mountains, you always bring that stuff. I usually bring too much. I'm prepared for everything, so if it's snow in the summer, I'd be warm enough. Yeah, now we come to my sleeping stuff. So I have a Thermarest Neo Air. So it's not the very lightweight Thermarest sleeping mat, because the other ones, yeah, they're not that sturdy, and also they make a lot of noise. And this Neo Air here is quite a good compromise. It's not so noisy if you lay on it. It weighs like 500 grams. I always bring a tent, even though I didn't need it on this hike and also on the last one, because I could sleep in the hut. If the huts are full, if it's windy, and yeah, it might get cold if you sleep under an open sky, I always have this tent. It's the MSR. Let's have a look at this, how it's called. I think the Huba NX for one person, and that's all. It weighs maybe a little more than 1 kilo, so it's not too heavy, and yeah, I can always bring this. And also I have some footprint for the tent, which I can use also if I just want to sleep with this, yeah, just to put it beneath, so there are no punctures in this air mattress. If you have rocks and stuff, it's always good to have something in between. It's also good to sit on. So I have this, and at the bottom here, oops, I have my sleeping bag, and this one is a down sleeping bag, so it packs down quite small. It's not one of the very expensive ones, so it's the Raab Acent 400. It's a good compromise, so for the weather I'm hiking in, it's perfect. I usually don't sleep in the mountains when there's less than 0 degrees, and for this, that's completely sufficient. And yeah, it weighs like 900 grams, so it's okay to carry around. And yeah, now we come to the camera stuff. I'm not going into the detail, just how I organize it. So I have an f-stop. That's a small Pro ICU, and all my camera gear is in here, and I have a strap on it so I can carry it around. And yeah, what I have in, let's have a quick look. I'm not pulling it out. So I have my 5DSR with a 60-35 lens. I have the 70-200 lens. I have some batteries, cable release, filters, basically everything I need to take photos. And yeah, it's quite compact here. It's packed away, and I can just get it out of the backpack when I want to take photos, carry it around and leave the backpack somewhere. So that's quite nice. Yeah, also you have some side pockets here, which I use to store the GoPro, so I can quickly access it. You have some bags down here. Here I do some snacks. Other side I have a knife. What else? Yeah, well, it's always good, especially in the mountains. I have some poles. I didn't use those for till this year because this winter I bought some snowshoes, and those came with it. And yeah, now I use those also when hiking in the mountains in summer, and they're really great, not for going up but for downhill. It's just great. And on this hike I had to cross some snow fields, and yeah, those were really good for that part, because yeah, it was quite slippery in parts, and they help to stabilize. They're just cheap ones, weigh like 500 grams, but it's good to have them, so you don't need to get all the expensive stuff. It's always depending how light you want to go. And yeah, for me it's also a training. I don't do very long hikes, multi-day hikes, so it's okay to also have some stuff which is a little heavier. If I wanted to go like a 7-day trekking trip, I might try to size down here and there, but yeah, that's basically my equipment for my vlogs. And yeah, not to forget, that's the GoPro, a Hero 7. I film everything with it, and I just have some smart tree, or how it's called, a little extension pole. And yeah, I don't need anything else. It's quite light. I don't need a gimbal with the 7. As you've seen the vlogs, it's quite stable, and yeah, perfect for my vlogs. Okay, I hope you found this interesting. As I said, I leave links to everything in the description below, and yeah, see you on the next hike, hopefully very soon. Bye.